This is a series of short talks on the theme of modern life and work, exploring the challenges of productivity, distraction, prioritization, deep work, and how we can use work for better mental health. In this third part, I'd like to turn our attention to focusing on working for well-being and good mental health. If our ultimate purpose is to increase our happiness, then we need to get better at using all our work and non-work activities to lift well-being, not lower it. So however we define productivity, it should include increased satisfaction and well-being as one of its key measures. Essential to this is repairing and restoring our bodily systems. Our body, especially our brain, is built to modulate its activities. It's not meant to be constantly on. We're designed to rest between tasks, to reset our systems, and then to re-engage. Otherwise, we're just like a mouse on a perpetual wheel, and we develop chronic stress and a reduced capacity for focus. By contrast, how can we achieve our task and increase our attentional focus? Well, Adam Fraser's third space provides an excellent strategy, a mental place where you allow yourself to modulate, to take a brief moment to stop, quieten, and listen to yourself between tasks. It's the middle space between what you've been doing and what you're about to do, and it has 3 steps. First, you reflect on what you've just done. You allow yourself to feel some sense of achievement, and then you close it off in your mind. Then rest. Take a nice deep breath. This may only last a few seconds as you walk between meetings or 5 minutes as you walk around the block. No matter how long it lasts, conscious rest is essential for repair and restoration. The third and final phase is where you reset. You use this phase to develop awareness and visualize the behavior you want to be exhibiting in the next task. So I'd suggest you consciously demarcate many third spaces throughout the day, some extremely short, some giving you more substantial rest or recovery to enable you to work longer each day with a deeper focus. In this way, you can deliberately use work to enhance your well-being. And at the end of the day, you might do a quick audit of all you have achieved. And this might help offset our tendency to only bring to mind all the things we haven't done that day. Now, to increase our happiness in life, we have to do our best to integrate our activities to reflect our priorities in life. We need to get the mix right to integrate relationships, physical well-being, aesthetic and spiritual engagement, and yes, work. Remember, you are actually allowed to prioritize your happiness. There's no universal formula, but make your peace with whatever you decide are your ratios. Recognize that you cannot ever control time. You cannot get it all done, and that life is incurably messy. As Oliver Burkeman reminds us, we have on average about 4,000 weeks of life. That whatever is happening now is your life. It's not preparation. And typically, as we age, future weeks pass quicker and quicker. So I suggest you firm up the boundaries between work and the rest of your life. What physical boundaries can you set in place? Well, you could try switching off devices, letting people know you've finished, closing the laptop, and if possible, having a separate work area in the home, actually leaving the office or closing the door, having a personal mobile with no work connections. And then a more difficult work in progress, getting better at setting your own psychological boundaries. How many of your work decisions are driven by worries about interpersonal esteem, by anxiety around reputation or imagined uncomfortable conversations that you actually don't ever undertake? There's so much suffering in silence and solitude and resentment when we feel we're forced to compromise our life for work. Some suggestions for establishing these psychological boundaries. Use a buffer activity such as a walk, changing clothes, meditating, going for a run, to separate in time the work from the non-work. Make sure you've planned the next day so you can put it out of mind. Have a notebook by the bed. If something important occurs to you, you can write it down and then get it out of your head. And choose to be with your loved ones and be with them fully. Listen to music without distraction. Relax into non-work activities. If interrupted by work worries, park them in a notebook and return your attention to other important activities. Treasure your attention to your non-work priorities. That's, of course, if your plan is to actually be happy.